If you're trying to get a role and then you're gonna get right, you're done. That old saying, when you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready.
Yeah.
If there's any advice I give anybody out there who's really trying to break into this industry, you're never gonna catch Michael Jai White when he ain't right. You're never gonna catch Scott Adkins when he ain't right. You're never gonna catch Lateef Crowder. Lateef was at the Paper Tigers premiere down here. We dapped it. He hard as rock. Like both of us was just like rock. And I was like, this dude, like, it's just, you don't stand a chance. Do yourself a favor and do the work.
I wanted to tackle this first. A movie you did, it doesn't even seem like that long ago. Undisputed 3.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
What was that 2010?
Oh, I don't even remember. It's because it feels like yesterday. I'm still very close with Lateef and Scott and all those cats. So I've never really dated it. The movie feels like it no matter where I go, people know Turbo. So it's
sweet. And I guess that's no coincidence. You mentioned Scott himself says it's probably his favorite Undisputed movie that he's been in.
Man, listen. Come on, baby. You seen the 3? Listen, I got love for both Wesley and Bean, but you've seen what it is.
Oh, yes, sir.
Me and my couple of friends of mine had an argument about this the other day. I was like, come on, man. I mean, no disrespect to the paid makers, but come on, bro. Me and we had something different. We had something just better. And the story, what truth is, I think I probably had the best relationship with Scott over those 2 guys because I just took I don't know, we clicked. I landed and we clicked. Like he was just one of those kids that he just true martial artists are open in that way. They're like, they try, it's like water. They don't really, a lot of these cats who like try to bully it or like, get lost on their way. Scott's not like that. So like the minute I landed and we tapped out, we got in the gym and worked out real fast. And he, you got to respect the man's work ethic. You ain't got to like a dude, but you got to respect him.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, it's right there. I was about to ask you about your chemistry is undeniable. And that's what one of the best things about the movie.
For sure, bro. and start up, like I landed, I'll tell you a quick story about Undisputed. I was having problems. My agents were being difficult. Me and Isaac kind of clicked, and he was taking a chance on me, right?
Yeah, that's Isaac Florentine, the director, right?
Super. That's that dude.
Cool.
It's just great to work for. And so he's calling me from Bulgaria. Like they're already shooting.
Oh.
They're a week in. I haven't even inked it.
Wow.
So to make a long story short, Isaac called me personally, like, yo, they playing games. And I was like, let me call these people. So then I called my people and like, we got it done. And I'm on the plane, I land, and I could tell they done all bonded. And I'm like the guy who hasn't been there for the bonding. But it was cool because I knew one thing. I said, I can act. And I've seen most of you cats, and I'm on another hemisphere of mine. Like it's like when somebody's good at something. Yeah. And they step into that arena and they do it. Like the beauty of it was I got off the plane, I'm late. So Isaac was like, you're not going to hotel, bro. You're coming right to set.
Right to set.
He's like, bang, boom, we shooting. And the first shot scene was the rock scene where I'm talking shit to him anyway. So all that was real because I didn't know these mofos. So I was like, I'm gonna give it to him real. Like just put me up on a rock and let's go get it. So the beauty of that is like everybody else was giving me some blues and Scott, he off that just first couple of takes, he was like, okay, I think, for whatever the reason, he just walked over to me and was like, good to have you part of the team, yo. So let's do this. And from that moment on, we just stayed in each other, trying to make each other better. Like I'm a rehearse. A lot of cats don't believe in rehearsing the script. Well, I need it to mean something to me. So like
Right.
I'm gonna knock on your door type. I'm not gonna wait on the director. I'm gonna be like, what you doing? Like, can we fire this up?
And let me ask you this. I'm sorry, Mykel.
No, go do
before I forget, you said you got there, they were shooting before. So I imagine you had a lot of input on the character of Turbo. And I know a little bit about your background. So I assume that the military part, you always said adapt. I'm sure that had to come from you, right?
Yeah.
the
good
that
thing
was excellent.
Thank you, bro. And I saw that the tats, that's really my son and my daughter. Like they did a lot of things for me, which is why I love Isaac to this day. Like whatever you needed to do what he brought you there to do, they tried to make happen. So I like to use, I'm one of those actors that uses personal things, and I like to use as much personal stuff as I can. And Isaac made it possible for me to use as much as I could. So
yeah.
I want to dance with Isaac again. We're actually talking a little bit now. I'm not going to say nothing about nothing. We'll be talking.
That's understandable, man. It's no, it was a wonderful movie, and I was like like I said, like most people, like action martial arts fan, this would be the first time that we've seen you.
Yes.
But you've been around a minute, so I wanted to ask you. You spoke about liking to rehearse acting. So did the acting bug bite you at a young age? You always wanted to act?
My mother was a drama teacher. When I was 2, I was sitting in living rooms watching people drop James Baldwin, Langston Hughes, like.
Ooh.
So yeah. And at first, my dad, being who he is, was like, you can't eat acting. Military, 20 years lieutenant, like he just wasn't having any of that. So it was just like under the we would do a little something. Me and my mom.
Air Force, right? Your father?
Yes, and brilliant. Like had 3 doctorates, mathematics, electronics. Like he was physics. He was a brilliant mind. So none of this acting stuff made any practical sense to him. But I got up at 4 o'clock every morning and did more than most people do all day. So I did my thing. You got to let me do my thing.
Right.
And the idea was I go to college, get that thing, and then I can do whatever I wanted. Because then he could feel like I could support myself. So after I graduated from college, my game plan was to get to Cali quick.
Mm-hmm.
So, the military, the discipline, people don't understand how important that is. Because just imagine I'm on this 26-hour flight or whatever, and I land, and Isaac and them are bringing me right to the set. But because of my discipline, I was like, let's get it. Most people would have needed to go to sleep. They'd have been jet lagged and this and that. I don't believe in any of that. Like,
oh yeah,
it's a mental thing. Like mentally, I knew I was late. I felt behind, and I wanted to get up to par real fast. Mm-hmm. And if that meant I don't sleep for the next 12 hours, I've been on top of this 26. That's what's happening. That's how my dad ran our house. Like if things weren't done, you don't sleep. Nobody's resting. And I used to think that was child abuse, but actually he was preparing me for what it really is, which is like it don't mind if you it don't matter if you don't mind.
You're right. A lot of people think it's all Hollywood movies, all fun and games. They don't realize 16, 20-hour days
and that fighting stuff. You gonna go to the hospital.
Oh yeah.
There was a couple hospital trips. Like I know you think like there's some hospital in it. Like you get around all that testosterone, and a lot of these guys are martial artists, not actors.
Right. So
you're gonna get a lick, you're gonna get a real one, and they know what they're doing. So they do everything they can to create the dance. But when the fight is on, the fight is on. So in Bulgaria, who's gonna protect you? Just gotta get busy. So the beauty of it was like we all really rooted for each other. Like there were sprained ankles. Almost some of the fight scenes didn't happen. We were all doing like rehab on each other. Like
that's funny you mentioned Lateef. He recently did an interview with Scott, and they were talking about during their fight, they both tweaked their ankles, but they just
Yep.
kept at it. It's nuts, and among other injuries.
Yes. What they not tell you though is Latif tweaked his ankle. And I went to the room, the hotel room. I did the work on his ankle.
Oh, really?
Because I'm good with that. Like I'm good at rehab. I got him up in. You see, I'll tell you something I never told anybody that is a secret on the set.
Cool.
You see them socks Turbo was wearing, like the ace bandages I had around my ankles?
Oh, yeah.
The only reason I put those ace bands around my ankles is so Latif wore his ace bands around his ankles, and the other dude who sprung his ankles had the ace bands around theirs. It would look like an injury. So really we all were like holding the ankles together, but I made it look like a uniform. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
like,
that's cool. I got the picture in my head. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we were trying to figure out ace bandages. That's a good ankle brace. Let's go to work because we got 3 days.
Man. And that's amazing. And I want to segue into something else. You said you were late to the show or to film the movie, and with the fight choreography, you basically your primary style was boxing, and from what I researched, I think you were fighting the guy from Croatia.
Yes.
And then he was beating you, and then
a Muay Thai champion.
Yeah, that
like
dude, real deal.
41-0 and some shit.
Yeah, he's real deal for real. But
Okay,
within the movie, you were fighting the guy, and you were losing. Then you switch, and so you switch to this style. And if my research is correct, it's based on the prison fighting system.
Yes, sir. You're doing your research now.
Yeah, it's several names: Jailhouse Rock or 52 Hand Block.
52 Hand Block, beautiful.
Yeah, so
you want to know something that's amazing about that? This is the birth child of our brilliant choreographer, Larnell. I was in his pocket like a pocket knife, and we were like, I just want to do, okay, the boxing is nice and that's what I do, but like these dudes is flipping off walls and shit. I want to give something back. I want to take them back to the hood. Like I want them to know that I'm one of them. Like I'm one of us. And he was like, okay, I got some ideas. So about midnight when I knocked on my door, he's like, yo, what do you think about this? And because it's so similar to boxing, except you're throwing instead of your hands, the elbows across. Wow. And the block techniques and the fire out of it, I was watching. I was like, yo, they won't even know. Because like that's still not really known by a lot of cats, but the cats who fight know. I was like, yo, they not gonna know. We got this from like, because I love the whole concept of like him having a background in prison and picked it up there and then brought it to this. You know what I mean? I was like, right. Because the brothers that know it will know it. And Larnell was like, yeah, but we'll be the first ones to debut that shit. And I was like,
definitely.
Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. So then we went to work on it. And I was like, and I know, and then the bird child of it was we were fighting. And I was like, I know when I'm gonna pull it out. And I was like, when I'm gonna say, and I said, right after this big ass knee to my face, I'm gonna pull it out right here. And he's like, okay. And Isaac was game for all that, bro, which was what makes him beautiful. He was like, game for all of it. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna take this beating. One time my man kicked me in the ribs. Mm-hmm. I know he meant because he loved me. We hung out. Mm-hmm. He didn't mean he is what he is. You know what I mean? The instincts kick in. Right. And I hobbled around that ring. I don't even know if I was fully conscious. I was hobbling around the ring because it was his last hit. It was his last move before I take him. And he was like, they were like, we got to get this last shot. We just got to go one more time. And he's like, I don't want to do it anymore because I'm walking around screaming, cussing. Right. And I said, oh, you going to do it, bro. Oh, you going to do one more. Because after this, it turns around and it's on me. Right, we going to do one more, bro. Don't worry about it. I'm good. We did that one. He did one more and he licked me again. I was like, all right. So it goes like this. Like, so like I can just let loose because if you get hit in the face, he was actually begging me to hit him in the face. He's like, go ahead, hit me in the face. I said, bro, I'm going to dance. If your face is there too long, it's hit. It's all on you. But I'm not hitting you in the face because you kicked me in the ribs twice. And I know, you know what I mean? It's like, right. You mean to do the shit. It's like, it's what happens when these things kick over. But it was just crazy because I don't really even know how I was in so much discomfort, pain,
Mm-hmm.
that when they turned it around, I was like, I don't even know how I'm going to do this. But it's funny when you train your body to do something. If you get out of the way, it will do it. It's like boxers who get knocked out but cannot fall because
Yeah.
the legs are so strong. They're like, will not go to the ground. And you're like, go down, brother. Go down. I just wheeled my way through that. And it was the love of everybody around us and everybody working together. But it was great that it happened on Undisputed because it introduced me to something very real, which is like, don't go into any situation with expectations. Because what you're dealing with in front of your face is all you can handle. And if you're disappointed or like this or that, or think it's going to be a certain kind of way, because Isaac did something when we were in the middle of the fight and we were working out the choreography, and then he said, fight! And the camera was going, and he said, forget the choreography, just fight. And I was
just
like,
go.
Let's go. And I was like, okay, we gonna go then. But the beauty of that is like, that can happen. Like you can spend 8 weeks on this perfectly cinematic, beautiful dance, and then get down there and they want to do outcome stuff. Yeah. Then, but if you have expectations, you're now mad and you can't function. But as I learned the dance, I went to another dude named Sonny, God bless his soul. He's dead now. I was like, I'm gonna bring the choreographed fight to you, and then we're gonna go through every single thing that would happen in it, because he was a brawler, a grass backyard brawler. I said, I want to know what it looked like. I want to know what my counter is in a real fist fight. Like, so if he comes at me with that high knee, what's my you know what I mean? So definitely we worked on that, because then when he said forget the choreography, well, I never really counted on it anyway, and I figured it would get into a fight. So I'm like looking at him. Like that's what made the movie so great. It's like I'm just dealing with what's coming. So if I see that knee come up, I know to put it on my back and then get inside of him. Like it wasn't a dance. It was like the knee's coming. Here it is. And this dude has these intentions.
And man, that's crazy how all of it. Now there's one more thing. Speaking of which, you said you got there a week after the shooting. So
yeah.
Obviously, I'm segueing into this. Obviously, you didn't have that much time to well, I can't say get into shape, because that's why I'm getting at. You were in shape.
Bro, yeah, forget about it. If you're trying to get a role and then you're gonna get right, you're done. You can forget about it. Like it's too late. Like first of all, the audition is grueling. Like it doesn't matter. You walk in the room, you think you ain't gonna be kicking, you think you're not gonna be punching, you think you're not gonna be putting on some sort of display, you're mistaken. Like they're gonna have you take your shirt off. You gotta, that old saying, when you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready.
Yeah.
If there's any advice I give anybody out there who's really trying to break into this industry, you're never gonna catch Michael Jai White when he ain't right. You're never gonna catch Scott Adkins when he ain't right. You're never gonna catch Lateef Crowd. Lateef was at the Paper Tigers premiere down here. We adapted. He hard as rock. Like both of us was just like rock. And I was like, this dude, like, it's just, you don't stand a chance. Do yourself a favor and do the work. Do the work.
Yeah.
Or
and it's it's funny you say that. My day job, I'm a personal trainer, and it's always somebody I run into who wants the shortcuts, and I gotta sit them down and let them know you got to make this part of your life. The health, your fitness, and especially during the initial quarantine from last year, a lot of people, just lost themselves physically and mentally.
Yes, and period.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so where are you? You're in LA now, or?
Yes.
So yeah, LA is still kind of on soft quarantine, right?
Yeah, but they about to break it all up, because we turned in we actually, the beauty about LA is you have a very small uneducated portion of people. But most of these people here are progressive. So they know they don't try and figure out conspiracy. They just don't try and figure out why science is lying.
Right.
If the science is behind it, they're doing it. And so like recently we finally, I think we're at like 70%. Like our numbers are really, really good right now because, once they just wanted to go out. Like once they said you can go out and this makes it better for you.
Right.
We took care, people just lined up. Like it's just different. Glad I raised my son up here because everybody in my son's circle is talking about college. Nobody in my circle when I was growing up was talking about. I just changed the environment, and now his whole belief system and standards are on a different. Yeah. So like, I'm never leaving LA. I don't give a damn how much. Cool. You're talking about, the mortgage. What you don't understand is when there's this much opportunity, you're gonna pay your mortgage.
Yeah, you get it done, right?
Health is wealth. Like, if you're healthy and you got passion and you're determined and you're willing to do the work, you're gonna get where you work. Down south, you gotta haggle with people and this and that, make all these deals.
That's what I hear.
Try to get them interested. What? This is your life. I'm trying to improve. So I think I don't know anybody down here that doesn't have a train. I don't know anybody down here who doesn't train. Even the folks you think are out of weight, out of shape, training. Like down south, 1 out of every 8.
That's crazy, and it's amazing. And going back to your Undisputed, that's where I first discovered you. I back then I did like, who is this dude? I did all the research, and I came across your date of birth. I'm like, nah. I'm like, wait a minute, nah, this dude ain't. I think you must have been 40, 41 then. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm like, that's gotta be wrong.
Health is wealth, bro.
Yeah.
Health is wealth. Like it goes back to what you just said. If you're taking care of yourself,
yeah.
Why you gotta sit people down and explain this to them? I don't know. Like, but
it's crazy.
I stay hydrated. I don't do any of the alcohols and stuff like that. Just that never appealed to me.
Yeah.
It took my father off this universe, and I knew then I would never partake in it.
Yeah, you got a lot in common right there, bro. I hear you about that. It's just
why.
Yeah, and that's the question. I don't understand it. That beer is just nasty to me.
It's just, oh man. And I tasted it in the best scenario, and it's nasty.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And my dad was like, "Yeah, you have to acquire a taste." I'm not.
I was just about to get there. Like, it's nasty.
I'm good. It's just nasty.
Yeah, but it's awesome me talking to you right now, and I discovered you then when you were that age. This past Friday, I just turned 40. And
congratulations, brother.
Thank you. I feel great,
man.
Man.
You look great. So this is what it is. You chocolate too, bro. You're gonna be you. You're gonna be you for a long time, brother. You keep up what you're doing, you're gonna be all right for a long time.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
It's true.
And but I want to go back to the your style of acting. So you were on the television show where I believe you won the role in the soap opera for General Hospital.
Yes.
And so if there's a difference, I always wondered this. I never got to talk to anybody who done like regular mainstream movies and soaps. Is it a big dramatic difference when it comes to acting styles?
Denzel did soaps, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Michael B. Anthony did soaps.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick. So, in fact, Michael B. Anthony took Chadwick's role when he dropped out because he didn't like where the character was going, because Chadwick was a different kind of cat. He'd be like, I don't care about unemployment didn't exist to him. It's like scarcity is not my thing. I'm just not going to do anything that I'm not don't believe in. Yes, there is a huge difference in the acting style. And the difference is in every other project you're going to do, you're going to be given the time to break down the scene, understand the character, create backstory, do your work, and then become something different. And then deliver on that, like live through that, honestly. Well, soap opera, you could arrive on Monday and they have 40 new pages under your door. It's like, yeah, we're shooting at 1. So then you're at like the point where you can't do any work on it. You're just basically trusting your first instinct and letting it rip. Well, then you get to memorizing lines and not really having moments. So we're not really acting.
Right.
We're kind of servicing the project, which was, I love my time on soaps because everybody watches them. And I became a little household name for a minute because
Yeah.
everybody watches them.
And
But
you
as
did too, right?
yeah,
And
because Bold and Beautiful, I got the traditional way. I went through the audition process and loved it because I opened the door on the Bold and Beautiful for a lot of Black life, I'm gonna say.
mm-hmm.
But they didn't know what to do with me yet because we were in that transition where the interracial thing was a little sticky. And I don't think they got more than they thought they were getting, and didn't quite know what to do with me. So I helped them out. I knew what to do with me.
Sweet. That's awesome. Like you said, always going in prepared.
Always going. And you know what? If my give any advice to your listeners about if you're going to read for a soap opera, do your work. Treat it like a film. Like I got those jobs because I treated it like a film. Because when you are auditioning, it is that scene. You will have the work. Time to do the work. So I didn't change the way I acted to get the role. I had to change in order to stay on the show because they just don't give you enough time. It's great for work habit.
Right.
Because you better get there early because it's coming. The surprise is coming. And the world's watching. So it just got me ready for the unexpected. Taught me that things can change at a drop of a dime and that you got to be ready to adapt, overcome. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
so I got my first taste of that and realized, expect the unexpected and be prepared for everything.
Awesome. Ooh, man, it's good. And oh yeah, good lessons. you giving the sauce for real, brother.
Well, I'm trying to put it on the barbecue, brother. Just in case somebody got some chicken.
Oh yeah.
Give them some sauce.
Well, man. So let me get to now I actually have a ticket tomorrow because I don't know why it took a week for the Paper Tigers to get to the theaters in my area. But man. So yeah, you gotta definitely like I said, literally came out May 7th on my birthday, and I couldn't see it.
You should have hollered at me, dog.
Oh man.
I would try to make something happen.
Oh yeah. But yeah, how did you now I don't know if you like I said, I see the movie tomorrow, I haven't seen it. A good friend of our website is in the movie, but I don't think he has any scenes with you. So Guy De Silva.
Go on.
Guy De Silva Green, and he's in the movie, and that's
I know he is, yeah.
Yeah, and then I saw you were in the movie, and then like basically everybody
he is a wonderful energy. Go on.
Oh yeah, and he seems like it. He was great to talk with. And then there's so many people in the movie, but how did you come across this role?
I mean, I love, what I love about this story is Bao didn't know me. My agent, they know my work. And I think probably the first time he saw me was in my reel when it was sent in. And then he sent me the script, an opportunity. And when I read it, I was like, I am this dude. Like, I am this guy. This guy's me. And so I told my people, get him on the phone, get in touch with him. So they got in touch with him. He set up a Zoom audition for me because he was in Seattle. First thing he does is send me like, I can't say it enough. Do not wait. Be ready. So he sends me this 8-page like workout instruction manual that he wanted me to then do and send tapes back. I had to call my man, who's another Muay Thai guy, over to help me like even decipher some of this stuff.
Wow.
Because Bao's a master. So we do all this. And I'm in the physical condition where I can learn fast. Because footwork is footwork is footwork is footwork. So we just broke it up in pieces and got it done. And I got it to Bao. And then I got past that stage. And then it was like, now we're gonna act. And I knew once I got him across from me on Zoom, I wasn't gonna get off this computer until it was done. Like I wasn't letting him hang up on me. Like, it just wasn't gonna happen. First thing I told him was the same thing I just told you. I said, I am Jim. I don't need to do no backstory. I don't need to do no work on the character. I am him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, trust me when I tell you, you should end all this. And the beauty of it, they've been looking for Jim for like 8 months. Wow. Same thing with Turbo. Isaac had been looking for Turbo for like 8 months. He was looking within his own dojo. He wasn't looking outside for a boxer. He was looking in his own, because he too is a master.
Right. Yeah, he's legit.
So 8 months. When I went to audition for Isaac, there was only 2 people left to be seen. Lateef, me.
Mm. Yep.
and I said the same about Turbo. I am him. Like, there are just those times, if you're ready and you're free and you trust the work you put in yourself, it lands in your lap. And so he brought it to me. I brought it to him. Hour and a half later off Zoom. Mm-hmm. He's like, okay, we'll talk. We'll talk about it a little later and let you know what we decide. Well, that night I had an epiphany of a couple of things I didn't do in the Zoom. So I woke up 3 a.m, shot 2 more scenes myself and emailed them things to him. So he woke up to 10 more minutes of me. And I was like, I'm good now. All my talent, everything I got to offer the role is there. Nice. And he called me on my phone like 3 days later. Now, I was on pins and needles for weeks because I knew that this movie had an opportunity. I just read it and I said, this is either going to be corny as hell or it's going to be a classic.
Yeah.
Like when I read Undisputed, I was like, this is better than the other 2. Mm-hmm. Like if it goes the way I see it, this is better than the other 2 because I watched the other 2. I watch everything Wesley does and everything Bean does. So, and Michael John. So I'm watching and I'm like, this is better. It's a better story.
Yeah. So
I saw it. And again, my agents were like, they're still my agents, so I don't want. They were doing their job for me.
Right.
But my man Val called me. He's like, that's all we can do. I was like, that's all you need to do. I'll call you right back. And I call my people. I don't know where y'all gonna be on Monday, but I'm gonna be in Seattle. I'm gonna be in Seattle, bro. I'm going to Seattle, and you guys need to make sure that plane don't take off without me. Whatever you do. So
yeah, I definitely can't wait to see it. And
oh man,
you can see all of y'all interviews and even the trailer itself. It has as a martial artist myself and just an overall lover of the genre, the trailer itself has a certain energy about it. Like, yeah, this could be something. And no, I really can.
You're gonna love it. I'm telling you. Because I don't think there's ever been a martial arts movie made quite like it.
Yeah. And it's always great to have, like you with Isaac, it's always great to have martial art movies made by martial artists.
Oh, they serious. Hey, listen. Yes. Because especially in our choreographer, Ken, who's also like a Larnell, I mean, masters, where they can teach it to a 7-year-old. What I love about these guys, 2 masters, as Elon Musk once said, you don't know what you're talking about if you can't explain it to a 7-year-old in 7 seconds. Mm. A lot of people want to prove that it's complicated. So they don't want you to know.
Right.
But then the true masters have moved all the junk out the way. And they make you get it. They put it to you where you can't not get it. That's the thing about Isaac. They insisted on real crisp lines. You know, you got to know what you're doing. But he also had people around you like Larnell and Ken, Ken from Paper Tigers and Carrie and Sam Lowe, who these guys, Jet Li, these guys, they know what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
And they are obsessed with it. So you will represent. You will be a deadly weapon by the time you walk off that stage. Walk off that. Because I ain't gonna lie. You should have got me when I was younger. You don't want to play with me right now. Because right now I can just see, it's just like, I now understand why mixed martial artists, why you don't want to fight none of them.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know.
You understand? You just don't want to. They're not looking at you all emotional. You're a detachable object, and as you approach them, which is the mistake, and make the first move, you're open. Whatever you do, something's open, and that's all they're waiting for. The opening. I mean, that's what it was. That mentality really helped me understand my job. In this one, I play a guy who's giving up all that kicking and hitting it and traded in for jiu-jitsu, choking people out. Because I've kind of turned my back on my, without giving away too much, I've kind of turned my back on it because of some stuff that's happened in the past, which you'll find out. And jiu-jitsu is like so specialized. Yeah. You just have to understand. Yeah, you're looking at it from the camera where you can't really see the nuances. You don't really get it. It looks like two grown men hugging, really. But you don't.
Yeah, to the untrained eye, yeah, it look weird.
Yeah, it looks weird. It's messy. It's not pretty. You know what I mean? But it can be.
Yeah.
Oh, but it can be.
Definitely. It's the most beautiful thing in the world if you know what it is.
And oh my gosh, so many things I just couldn't get underneath me in time because we were on a crunch.
Yeah.
But I've already reached out. I'm just gonna say that when you meet some of these masters and you develop relationships with them, you can there are privileges to that relationship.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of doors open.
And so like my son wants to train privately, and
nice.
I make a few phone calls, and
nice.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna say who or what because I don't know if they even train anyone privately, but because of the graciousness and professionalism which I exude when I'm on a project, and the decency in which I treat people with, doors open. That's the way it works.
Yes, sir. Sweet, man. It that's the way it's at, man.
And I just want to tell black people one thing about the Asian culture. If you don't know, it's built on the same code we built our lives on: honor, integrity, respect, love. Don't let nobody tell you any different. I spent 9 weeks in Seattle surrounded by nothing but the Asian culture, the only Black on the set. And I felt like I was in Africa. Like, you just don't get how much we have in common, how beautiful these people are in the way they handle you. It's I'm listening to the media trying to make up this stuff. I'm just like, this is absurd. Like, yeah. So as a man who lived in it and was surrounded by hundreds, they just don't get down like that, bro. They don't lead. It's a passive, it's a calm, it's a loving environment. Oh, yeah. They meet resistance with resistance. Like, if you're not gonna snuff them out, you'll deal with them first. But they don't lead with like our history, not Black history, but like American history. If you're being violent towards someone, and then their response to that action is violent, how are they violent?
Yeah, like, fair question.
If the police are drawing the weapons on you, you feel your life is threatened, and then you fight for your life. How is it that you're the one considered violent?
We're painted as the aggressor, trying to just defend ourselves.
Yeah, it's just it's so same thing with the Asian hate. And I told them at a premiere, I said, listen, Blacks have been hated for a long time. I mean, and we've had violence bestowed on our communities. So I understand your plight. But you guys have a culture and tradition that's built on love. It will far outsued the lies. We were lost in culture, like because we were brought here as slaves. So when we went back to something, it was what we've been taught. Like there wasn't any foundation like you have here for you guys with traditions of and cultures of love, and you're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
We're still figuring it out, but y'all gonna be all right. Just don't let the lies get. Don't
That's the
let.
thing. Like you said, there's a lot of untruths, like I call it in the media, but it shines through the truth.
My man say untruths. I call them lies, but I like
Yeah.
untruths. Untruths it's much more polite. I'm gonna steal that from you, brother. I'm gonna start calling them untruths.
Yeah, that's me trying to be nice.
Why you want to say something untrue? That's
but let me I'm gonna ask you this, Mykel. Something I do is a couple of more questions, to try and lighten it up. I do the choose 3 choices, but only choose one. So I give you 3 things.
Okay.
And you have to eliminate 2 forever and only keep 1. So as I my interviewees, I fill them out and I come up with 3. I got 3 for you.
All right.
All right. So remember, you can never do 2 again, but you only can choose 1. So here are the choices: is acting, working out, or living in LA. So you can only have 1. The other 2 you can never do again: acting, working out, living in LA. Yeah.
I'm gonna say acting, because it's the thing I've given up the most for. You know, I had a very thriving business in New Orleans. I left all that to my brother and moved to LA. My wife had tenure with a judge in New Orleans. She left all that with after she passed the bar and got her JD, and you know, we left all that. Our family was up the block in New Orleans, and we left all that. And we had, you know, we were living in the truck for a little while, looking for a place, and I was happy. You know, I had no idea what was possible. I just knew I'm a very spiritual guy. I just felt God had just put that on me.
Yeah.
And a man that I love, I would be remiss without saying, Phil, a man I love dearly, just looked me in my face one day when I was selling in New Orleans. He said, "Your window is closing." And I was like, I got a 1-year-old son. I can't. He's like, "Yes, you can." I said, "I don't have any savings." He reached in his pocket, gave me $1,000, and was like, "Start there." And I was, wow. Okay, so there is no out of this, because he already knew my heart's desires. And he was crying when he said it because he didn't want me to leave. Like, right. I was keeping him alive too. Like, because I used to, like yourself, anybody who wanted some advice about training, well, I was just there for them. And he was an avid trainer. And I got on a plane and I landed, and I called my wife when it was December and it was 85 degrees down here, and the sun was glistening. I was taking coats off. I'm like, "Baby, pack the baby up."
Yeah, this is it.
I don't care. I don't care if it's $9,000 a month. Pack the baby up. We gonna make it, because I just felt it. And it's a good thing, because it's worked out. God has really opened up doors for me.
Yeah, I'm glad that it has. And like you said, people concentrate on the negative. They complain about the rent. But like you said, if you work, you know, that's gonna get taken care of.
I've never had a issue, and you know, after there'll be times we don't have it. Never had an issue paying the rent, because not only are you going to get opportunity after opportunity, people don't play around with what you're worth.
Yeah.
It automatically starts with at least a respectable conversation. When you're in the South, it's crazy how people think they can talk.
Yeah.
You can't give me gas money and expect me to be like, "Thank you."
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't. I don't believe in any of when people tell me, a great friend of mine gave me this. Everybody has their own story.
Mm-hmm.
So when you seek advice from somebody, that's their story. Hey, you don't got to accept their story as your truth.
Right.
Like, yeah, they struggled. Yeah, they had to move back. Yeah, they evicted 3 times. Yeah, they couldn't pay their mortgage. That's true. That happened to them.
Right.
Now go do you. Like, that's just not my truth. You know what I mean? So I tell anybody that if they're afraid, they should do it. If you're afraid of something, that's what you should jump into, because that's where the growth happens. Because you can do anything, bro, anything. You just gotta look that fear in the face and be like, let's roll. Let's see what happens.
There you go. Man, well, man, well, Mykel, you really gave us some gems. Some, like I said earlier, some nice sauce. And, we definitely appreciate you. I don't want to hold you up too long. And,
I appreciate you, brother. And I want to say one thing. I'm making my own. I have my own film company. I'm making my own film. Because that's what you do.
Oh yeah.
When you want to tell the stories you want to tell, you don't sit around complaining that they haven't written them. You
True
write.
enough.
So I have something I'm working on right now that me and my son are producing. Soon as it's like ready, I would love to come back and.
Oh yes, sir. We would love to have you back in. Like, we're gonna throw the Paper Tigers review on our site as soon as possible.
Well, you better get to that theater. I'm just saying right now. If anybody who can hear my voice, peep that. Like, this isn't just me going because I'm in it. I'm telling you, it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know nobody over there. So you already know. All they want to do is smash you. Like, they just want to smash that rating.
Definitely.
We've been out a week and we still 100%. So that just goes to show you it's worth it. You're a martial artist. That's what you like to get down. You're going to get your feel. You just like great stories coming to basics, you're going to get your feel. You just a kid, something interesting and fun to check out, you're going to get your feel.
Yeah, something for everybody.
It's a little bit, you can bring, the wife going to like it. The wife and the daughter going to like it, I'm telling you. It is a bag of chocolates.
Sweet.
Sweet is the right word.
Right, that's what it is. Exactly.
Sweet. So peep it. And if you want, DM me and let me know what you think. I will pop back.
No, sweet. Yeah. Like I said, we're going to take care of that for you and get your review on, spread the word, the movie. And definitely have you back for your future projects.
Yes, sir.
It may be. And I got to share something with you. This is not part of the interview. This is a little bit personal. So my wife's best friend.
Okay.
Her name is Shannon.
Oh my goodness.
And her husband's name is Mykel, spelled the way you spell your name.
Oh my God. I knew you was going somewhere. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
we was meant to hook up, brother.
The Greens, Mykel and Shannon Green.
That is beautiful. I mean, I'm glad you guys reached out because I'm very proud of Paper Tigers, super proud of Undisputed. I feel like they're both classics.
If anybody listening who hasn't seen Undisputed 3, like I said, by the stars of the movie themselves, it's the best one. Even after the one that came after, which is decent, but Undisputed 3, it's
gotta get it.
Yeah,
gotta
it's the Godfather 2 of the series.
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it. The redemption. I'm telling you, you gotta get it. I mean, I appreciate that.
No problem.
It's hanging up. Or maybe next time we talk, I'm gonna walk you through my house so you can see my little. In my movie room, that bad boy is sitting like, wow.
Yeah, I got
that cover is like, bing.
Turbo. All right, Mykel. Once again, thank you, and we're gonna put you something nice together, and man, we'll talk to you soon enough, brother. You be healthy, stay safe.
Yes, sir. You're gonna send me a copy of this, right? Because I want my people to know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Where to find the interview, and hopefully I can bring some.
We send you all the links.
Let's go. Link me up, bro. Link me up.
All right, and thanks again. Talk to you soon.
God bless you.
All right, you as well.
Thank you, sir.
All right.